Yeah, yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether my screen is visible or not? Anyone try to confirm once?
Able to see it.
Thank you. So, so in the last demo session, I was just briefing you about Python. So Python was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom?
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. Actually, this is the first session I thought. Do we have any session? Has already started?
What is it?
Demo session? Is it previously also done?
There was one demo session previously before this.
Okay. Where can I get both regarding?
Yeah, now after some 10-15 minutes, right, they'll post in the chat panel. In the chat, they'll forward the link of it.
And last, sorry, sir, last question. How many sessions, sir? One or two happened?
Only introductory session has happened.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay. So Python, so just to say this, Python is suddenly super popular. Suddenly Python means 30, more than 30 years ago it was introduced, but especially from last 5 to 7 years, right? Python has got a great boom by reasons which makes it super popular. Reasons which makes it super popular, right? Yes. Python has Python has what? What are the reasons which makes it super popular? What are the reasons it makes it super popular means very less coding as compared with other programming. Not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programming languages. Programmers and developers are attracted towards Python. They're migrating towards Python because of its very less coding. And that too, the simple syntaxes given by Python. Simple syntaxes, right? Given by Python. They looks like normal English statements. They're not as complex as other programming. Okay. And also multi-programming features. It has got a multi-programming features. Has got a multi-programming features. The what all the Python features, right? Yes, multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings, right? All the features we see in Python. Interactive mode. Interactive mode given by Python. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. That is what interactive mode. Wide varieties of applications we can create. Any kind of application, wide varieties of applications means any kind of applications we can develop today by using Python, like web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, desktop applications, data science applications, big data applications, networking applications, embedded applications, right? In this way, different varieties of applications you can develop using Python. And many built-in libraries. 89,300 inbuilt modules. 89,300 inbuilt modules. Python is providing, right, for different environments. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments. Okay. It's a general purpose programming. It's a general purpose programming, right? Yes. General purpose programming. Any kind, it's not for a particular purpose, any kind of applications you can develop. It is an interpreted language, interpreted Interpreted means any, okay, statement by statement, interpretation, line by line execution, which makes platform independent. It is platform independent, machine independent. It can run on any, it can run on any platform. It can run on any hardware. Machine independent. It can run on any hardware, any operating systems. User friendly or programmer friendly. User friendly programming. User friendly programming, right? Which provides a simple syntaxes, right? Yes. Supports all databases. Supports all major databases. So very less coding, simple syntaxes. It's got multi-programming features, interactive mode, wide varieties of applications, many built-in libraries, general purpose programming, interpreted language, platform independent, user-friendly, and supports all major databases. Okay. So before I go with this installations, the other things, so you need to know something about PSF. PSF means Python Software Foundation. Python Software Foundation, right? PSF. It is a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python. It was launched in the year 2001. The main objective to foster the development of Python, from version to version, right? Yes. In the year 2005, PSF, Python Software Foundation received, right? Computer World Horizon Award. In the year 2005, PSF received Computer World Horizon Award. The president, right? Guido van Rossum, right? Yes. The president for this, the president is nothing but the same personality who introduced Python. The same personality is the president for this Python Software Foundation. Headquarters. Where are the headquarters located, right? In Delaware, US. Official website, right? Yes. Official website. python.org. Python.org is the official website from where we can download Python, right? President Guido van Rossum, headquarters Delaware, official website python.org. Python versions. Python 1.x. Python 1.x version released in the year 1989. Okay. Python 2 version, the next version, right? Python 2 version was released in the year Python 2.x. It was released in the year 2000. Python 3.x released in the year 2008. Python 3.x released in the year 2008. Latest version of Python. So the version what we are using currently is 3 version. So latest version of Python. Python 3.12. Python 3.12. Stable version of Python. Stable version of Python. Python 3.11. Stable version nothing but mostly used version. Okay. Python 1.x in the year 1989, 2.x. Python 3.x in the year 2008. Latest version of Python. Stable version of Python 3.11, right? Yes. Python installation. Next is like Python installation, right? So before I go with the installation, just I'll go to the start programs, settings, apps, apps and features. Three point 12, like uninstall, right? Uninstall. I'm uninstalling it. I'll show you from the scratch how to download, how to install, right? Yes. So Python is going to provide different softwares for different environments. It's going to provide different softwares for different environments. For Windows, for Linux, for Mac OS. For Linux, no need of any installation, right? Python comes as an inbuilt within the Linux operating system, right? Python comes as inbuilt within this Linux, right? So no need of separate installation. But for Windows and for Mac OS, we are supposed to download it and we need to install it. And for Windows, it is providing two softwares for Windows 32-bit and for Windows 64-bit. For Windows 32-bit and Windows 64-bit. Uninstallation was successful, right? So Windows is providing two versions as two softwares for Windows 32-bit and Windows 64-bit. How will you check whether it is a 32-bit or 64-bit? How will you check whether it is a 32-bit or 64-bit means? Yes, just Okay, fine. So to check whether your Windows is a 32-bit or 64-bit, go to this File Explorer. Within that, can you see at the left side, this PC, right click and say properties, right click and say properties. You can see like 64-bit operating system. If you have got 32-bit operating system, you are supposed to download 32-bit Python software. If it is 64-bit, you are supposed to download 64-bit Python software. Fine. So as it is 64-bit operating system, I will be downloading 64-bit Python software. Now check how to download Python, right? So just open Google, right? Open Google, right? Within that, what is the official website of Python? Official website of Python, python.org. Python.org is the official website from where we can download Python and where we can see the documentation of each and every Python release. So whenever you go to python.org, immediately you can see downloads here. Click the downloads and within the downloads, click all releases. Just click all the releases. Within that, click all releases. Right? Scroll down to the bottom. After clicking that all releases, scroll down. Don't go for active Python releases. Just go for looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release. You can see all the Python versions from the last 20 years here. So Python 12.4. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Python 3.12.4 you have selected. Whenever you scroll down, you can see at the bottom files. Within the files, Windows installer 32-bit, Windows installer 64-bit. Your Windows is a 32-bit, select 32-bit. If your Windows is a 64, select 64-bit. Select this, right? Your download started.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
There will be no problem, right, if we install whether 64 or 32?
What is your Windows? 32-bit or
32.
32 or 64?
32.
So if it is a 32, you are supposed to download only 32. If
Okay,
your
sir.
Windows is 64, right? If your Windows is 64, then you can go with any of this 32 or 64. Both will work. In 64-bit, both will work. But in 32-bit, only 32-bit only will work. So if your Windows is a 32-bit, select 32-bit. If it is 64, select 64. That's why Python is providing two software separately for this with 32 and 64-bit. Once your download is done, right? Download is completed. Now can you see this download is completed? Just click the TXE file, the downloaded file. Go to the downloads folder and click the TXE file. Click the TXE file, the downloaded file. You will get this window, right? You are going to get this window. Before you go with the installation, just at the bottom, you can see add Python to path. Add python.exe to path. So in Java and other programmings, whenever you install them, you are supposed to provide the path. You are supposed to provide the path of it, right? Here we no need to provide the path. Directly adding Python to path. Add Python to path. Add add Python to path. Just add Python to path. Go for customized installation, right? Go for customized installation. All these are selected. All these are pre-selected, right? All these are pre-selected. All these are pre-selected, right? Nothing to select. Documentation, pip, IDLE, and Python test suite. Just say next. Here also nothing to select. Already they have selected it. Create shortcuts and also add Python to environment variables. So here it is asking installation location. Installation location it is asking, right? The location where you are installing it. In C, in users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python, Python 3.12. Okay, fine. So just I doesn't tomorrow if you want to locate where your Python is installed, you need to enter into all this, right? You're supposed to enter into all these folders. Instead of all that, right? Instead of all that, just to keep your mouse here and just remove all this, right? Remove all this. Just I want to install Python 3.12. I want to install Python 3.12. I want to just a Python 3.12 is a folder which is going to be created automatically within the C drive. Within the C drive, this 312 folder, 3.12 folder will be created. Within this, Python is going to be installed. Hardly takes just 30 seconds to install this Python. Just say install. That's it. Just wait for a minute. Setup was successful. Just to close it. It's saying close. How will you check whether Python is successfully installed or not? At the bottom search panel, type CMD. Type CMD, right? Yes. Type CMD and just say enter, right? Just type Python here. Just type Python and say enter. Whenever you say enter, your Python version and Python interpreter has to get opened. Check this, right? Say enter. Can you see the Python version and the Python interpreter? Both have been opened. Python version and the Python interpreter got open. Okay. Any queries you got in the installation?
No, sir.
Fine. So whenever you say Python here, this Python version that you have installed, it will be showing and the Python interpreter gets open. Here you can type any valid Python statement. I'm saying like 3 plus 5. It gives response. X is 10. Y is 4. What is X? What is Y? What is X plus Y? X minus Y. X into Y. X by Y. X into 2. This is 10 into 20. This is 10 square. 10 square 100. X equal to Ajay. Sorry, X equal to Ajay. X is Y equal to Kumar. X plus 5 gives Ajay Kumar, right? Yes. So in this way, any valid Python statements we can type into it. Yes. Okay. Just say quit to come out of this. Okay. Now, Python installation. Anyone, if you have got Linux, if you want to work with Linux environment, Linux is already installed in your Linux machine. No need of separate installation. But if you want the latest version, if you want the latest version of Python within your Linux machine, then just to go with this command, apt-get install, apt-get install Python 3.12. apt-get install Python 3.12. So this command is going to install the latest version of Python within your Linux machine. So everything you are supposed to do from the root user. So that's why sudo Python execution modes, 2 modes of execution. So this what Python installation, Python execution modes. Python execution modes, 2 modes of execution. Two modes of execution. Interactive mode. Secondly, like batch mode. They will directly type Python statements. You will directly type Python statements on the interpreter. And the user can easily interact. So we directly type Python statements on the interpreter and the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. And the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. So here the advantage of this interactive mode, the advantage of interactive mode. If it doesn't know about any Python functionalities, you can type here and check what output it is going to provide. Based on that, you can analyze, right? What is that functionality for? To test the functionalities of Python. To test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. Batch mode, right? It's batch mode. Here, so generally for developing applications, this interactive mode is not preferred. For developing applications, right? We go for batch mode. Here, we write a set of statements. We write set of statements, batch of statements within the editors or IDEs. Within the editors or IDEs. And save it by using .py extension. And save it by using .py extension. We write set of statements within the editors or IDs, save it by using .py extension, and later submit it to Python. So what are the various editors where we can write the Python code, and what are the various IDs? Integrated Development Environment. So what are the various editors where we write the Python code? Various editors. Within the notepad and within the edit plus. Within the notepad, you can write the Python code. Within the edit plus, we can write the Python code. And VI and nano. VI and nano. Within the Windows environment, notepad and edit plus. And within the Linux environment, we use nano and VI. So for writing Python code, we can write Python code within the notepad and create a .py file. Within the edit plus also we can write. And similarly, within this VI nano. So these are the editors where we can write the Python code. But in real time, we use IDEs. What are the various IDEs supported by Python? Various IDEs, integrated development environments. Various IDEs supported by Python. Various IDEs means like PyCharm, right? PyCharm, secondly like PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, Jupyter, VS Code. Within the PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter, and VS Code. Why these many IDs for Python? Why not one or two IDs? Because Python is used for different environments. Different environments are using Python. So different environments providing different IDs. So for data science environment, Jupyter Notebook is mostly preferred for this Jupyter Notebook for data science environment, and even Spider ID is preferred. Even Spider ID is preferred, right? Yes. Okay. For big data environment also, Spider is mostly preferred, and Jupyter Notebook is preferred. And even for typical web applications, PyCharm is the mostly preferred, and PyCharm is the mostly preferred, and VS Code is used, right? So different environments uses different IDs. So I'll be showing you on multiple IDs, not on a single ID. On multiple IDs, I'll be showing you how to download, how to install, and how to run the code within them. How we can run the code within them, right? Yes. Among all this, PyCharm is the mostly used ID. PyCharm is the mostly used ID, integrated development environment. Mostly used ID. So these are the different editors, IDs. Developing the first Python application. Developing the first Python application within a editor, right? Developing the first Python application within editor. Example like Notepad. Open Notepad. Open Notepad and type the following Python statements. Open Notepad and type the following Python statements, right? Up to now, we didn't discuss anything about Python, right? So take two values, x as 10, y as 20, and perform some kind of arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. X plus y, x minus y, x into y, and x by y. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? Yes. Okay. I'm just copying this to a separate notepad file. I'm copying this to a separate notepad file within this notepad. Save it. File. Save. Within the C drive. Go to this Python. Python 7 AM batch. Okay. Python 7 in the last class we have created Python 7 AM, right? So here any name like test1.py, test1.py. Okay. I created like test1.py now. There was test1.py and now submitting this file. And now submitting this file to Python. Now submitting this file to Python as how to submit. I created a .py file. I've written some code, taken two values and performing addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And how I can submit this file, right? Yes.
So no need to change the file was name, like a text file, right? It is like that one, no need to change, right? Just save it as a .py file.
.py extension. Any
Yeah.
name with .py extension. Yes. Next, at the bottom search panel, type cmd and say enter. Go to the command prompt. Type Python. Don't say enter. If you say enter, it will go to the interactive mode. So just give the path where the file is available. In the C drive, Python 7 a.m. Right. Within this test1.py. Ten plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20. You got this right? Yes. So just give Python and specify the path in which the file name, in which folder, and in which drive it is available. Okay, but what is your observation here? You're writing the code within the notepad and you are executing at the command prompt. But here, we are writing the code at one place. We are writing the code at one place and executing at the other place. And executing at the other place. We are writing the code at one place and executing at the other place. But to write and execute at the same place. To write and execute, okay, we are writing the code at one place. Where you are writing? Within the notepad. Executing at the other place. But to write and execute at the same place, we have ID and to write and execute at the same place, we have IDLE, which comes along with Python installation. Using which we can write and execute at the same place. We're writing the code at one place within the notepad you are writing and executing at the other place, command prompt. But writing and executing at the same place, we have ideally, right? Okay. So how to open this ideally and how we can write the code and execute the code at the same place. So the same code I will take. I'll copy the same code. IDLE. Type that IDLE in the search panel. IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment. You can see that ideally, you can see this ideally Python 3.12. Select it. Okay, just what you do, just type IDLE in the search panel and say enter. This Python shell is going to get opened in this way. Save file. Okay. Save file, new file. So here you can write your code. You can save your code. Any name, right? sample2.py. And here itself we can run module. 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20. Writing here itself and executing here itself, right? Yes. So just search ideally. Once you open it, write your code and say run module. Okay, fine. So what we have discussed in today's session, right? Right here, reasons which makes Python super popular, Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installation, Python execution modes, various editors, various IDs, and developing the first Python applications. Okay. So yes, tomorrow also everyone can attend the session, same time, 7 o'clock using the same link, right? So once again, you can check in the chat message given by the online team, the course content links. If anyone missed the previous session, right? The demo video link and the payment details and the contact details of the online time. Yes. 1 second, I'll come back to your queries. Just one
Sorry.
second. So just observe this once again. Just observe this. 1 second. One second, I'll show you the course content, what I'm going to discuss. 1 second. This is the content, right? What is Python? Why Python history, applications, advantages, Python operations, by operators in Python, Python IDs, Python flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections in Python, lists in Python, tuples in Python, sets, dictionaries, functions in Python, different types of functions, lambda functions, reduce function, filter function, map function, modules in Python, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading, right? Packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions, database connectivity, Python datetime module, OS modules, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closer and decorator, web scraping, working with CSV files, XML files, JSON files, GUI programming, tkinter module, Excel workbook, data analytics, Python, like introduction to data science, introduction to pandas module in brief, NumPy module in brief, matplotlib. People who wants to go for full stack, right? Yes, Django introduction, frameworks, Django installation, Django project architecture, Django application creation, right? Django views, Django templates, Django admin, Django models. And also you'll be given knowledge on UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, there is MySQL database. So just observe in the last class, I was showing you this, right? What I'm going to discuss, right? Python Core and Advanced will be taking nearly 70 hours, 2 months duration. 6,000 is the course fee for it. UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django framework like 15 to 20 applications development, Flask framework, REST framework, Django framework is the most used framework of Python, right? The Flask framework is another framework of Python, and REST API, MySQL project. From this 2 to 7 also, it is going to take 70 hours, 2 months, 7,000 is the course fee. Python 70 hours, REST framework 70 hours, 140 hours, 2 months plus 2 months, 4 months. Course fee for is 6, this for 7, 13K. But if you're taking the entire package, it's at 12K. Timings, first 1 week to 10 days, it will be at 7 a.m. Later it will be it starts at 6 a.m. You'll be getting the session video of each and every copy of the class notes, assignments and tasks to work. WhatsApp group will be created and find 300 plus code examples and 200 plus assignments tasks, right? And live interactive sessions. This was a demonstration I was speaking most of the time, but in the coming sessions, right, whatever statement I type, for every statement, you will be responding with the expected output, right? Now, if you got any queries, go with your queries. Follow the same link tomorrow, same time at 7 a.m., right, to see more on this. Any queries you got anyone?
Yes, sir. Regarding this, ideally, I'm unable to open, sir.
Type ideally here, the search.
Yeah, I type ideally, I'm able to see whatever that same ideally Python 3.12 64-bit. I'm clicking on it and but it's not at all opening, sir.
What it is saying?
It's not at all opening like ideally shell, right? How it is opening for you.
There
But
is
it's
one way, that is another way is go to the start programs. So where your programs are installed, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, right? Python 3.12, you can go within this. The first one is ideally Python 3.12. Just select it. Ideally gets open in this way. Okay.
sure, sir. I will check.
So just go to this installed apps, go to the installed apps, Python 3.12, In that, the first thing, what is that? Ideally, check this.
I clicked on that also, but unfortunately, I'm unable to. Sir.
Ideally, you are able to see in the search. If you are able to see in the search, IDLE. If you're able to see here, just say enter. It will be open in this way.
Okay, sir. I will.
So
check
if it
for
is, if you have got problem with that, again uninstall and reinstall once again. If anything is wrong,
Sure.
list.
Sure, sir.
So only for Python, it is 6,000, right? Python Core and Advanced. You want full stack Python along with this. For Python Core and Advanced, it is 6,000. For all these things, right? It's 12,000. Which one? Apart from Python, if you want UI technologies, Django framework, Flask framework, REST API, all this and project for all the remaining things, right? Including all these things. 70 hours for Python, 70 for frameworks. For this Python 70 hours, it's 6,000. For this frameworks, right? It will take 7K. Means totally 12K for taking the entire package, right? Any other query, right?
Will it be cover on weekend or weekday?
So it will be from Monday to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays I'll be taking.
Okay, thank you.
Monday to Friday. Sometimes if I'm free, I'll be taking on Saturdays.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, then I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow at same time at 7 o'clock using the same link. From tomorrow, I'll be going with, I'm starting with the technical things, right? Like how exactly the variable is getting stored, how to print its value, how to print its address, how to print its content, right? I'm going to discuss multiple cases, defining them, what happens internally. Okay. So the contact details, right? Bharat Teja. You can see in that. You can see the chart, right? The contact details are given by this online team. You can contact them. Contact details are given in the chart. Everyone, you can see the chart. The payment details, the core, their contact details, the payment details. And if anyone missed that previous class session, right? Demo videos, there is a kept, right? Demo videos, there is given a link with that. Demo videos.
Okay.
That we can open, right? And it will be open in the YouTube. But once that session, but generally you'll be getting the videos to your Google Drive. Once the link is changed, you'll be getting the videos to your Google Drive, notes to your mail ID, and a WhatsApp group will be created, I said, right?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, there is only one demo session, one day only.
Tomorrow also you can attend, I said, right? 2 demo sessions will be there in that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2 or 3 is also demo.
2 demo sessions will be there. Today will be the 3rd session.
Okay. Okay, then I will take the admission, right? After that, 2 demo session after.
Tomorrow also people can attend the session, right? Yes. So
Okay.
we can follow the same link, same timing, same link and same timing tomorrow. But I said for the first 1 week, 10 days, it will be at 7, it starts at 7. Later it will start at 6 o'clock.
Okay. And there is no evening batch for that?
Evening batch. If anybody wants to attend in the evening, there is a batch going to start this Thursday at 7 p.m.
Yes, I think this will be fine actually, my side.
You can check with that contact details set provided with that office
Okay.
name.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow.